live with round 2 at Top Eliminator. 295 index. Craig Brewster in the near lane, Jim Rossi in the far lane. And the win light on the left side to Craig Brewster, 297. 297 at 110. Jim Rossi red lighted over on the far side. He was 037 red. I'm not sure if he broke something over there or if he just shut it off when he went red. But Craig Brewster, 297, moving on to the next round. That was the first pair here in Top Eliminator round 2. The next pair is starting up back there. It's going to be a couple of Vegas racers. It will be Terry Crawford in the Yabba Dabba Doo Dragster, old big block Chevy Power, against Dave Stidham in the Grinch, minus the body. Small block Chevy Power for Dave. And the win to the far lane goes to Terry Crawford, 3.00. 3.00 for Terry Crawford, 3.23 for Dave Stidham. Dave went red, so Terry Crawford will go on to the semifinals, where he will face Craig Brewster. So those are our first 2 pairs in this round of Top Eliminator. It looks like we're going to have a couple Pro 1 time trials here in between. The next 2 pairs in Eliminator are back in the lanes. They'll run after we clean the track here in just a minute. Looks like Craig Durning and George Amos making their Pro 1 time shot now. morning ran 376, 375 for Michelle Islis. Or for George Amos, I'm sorry, George Amos on the far side. Michelle Islis coming up next against Penny Hayes. $355 for Kenny, $361 for Michelle Islis. Alright, so we're going to clean the track and come back with the rest of Top Eliminator round number 2. We saw in the first two pairs, Craig Brewster and Terry Crawford advance on. We'll see who will join them in the semifinals. You're watching the National Sanjay News live stream presented by Good Vibration Motorsports. We're at the Soboba Casino in San Jacinto, California. The 2018 SCSDA March Madness event. Clean the track and come back with the rest of Top Eliminator round 2. We'll stay live through the end of that. Try to get the field paired down to 4 so they'll match up with the rest of the classes. And we'll be back for the next round here in about an hour or so, when the Top Alcohol Fast Fours will be back, as well as Top Eliminator third round. So. Full day of racing here today at the Soboba Casino. Sunday race day. We had the pro bracket cars out here making their time shots. Pro 1, 2, and 3. We'll go live as they get into eliminations. They get down towards the later rounds. So you can take home the win in those categories. Tractor's going down towards the end, getting ready to turn around. So conditions are pretty similar to first round right now. Maybe a couple degrees warmer, but track looks to be in pretty much the same conditions. So especially in this Top Eliminator 295 class, there were a lot of guys that ran real close to the index first round. I expect to see much of the same as this round continues on. We saw it again with Craig Brewster running a 297 and Terry Crawford going 3 flat. So the next two pairs ought to be good. Brewster ran a 297 and Terry Crawford went 3 flat. So those two are advancing on to the next round. And the last two pairs of this round of Top Eliminator are up next. Like Jeff Liston and the Sand Bombers over there getting ready to go. And he should be up against Paul Taylor. Paul and the Out of Control dragster. Paul and Heather and the team from Bakersfield. Against the Vegas team, Jeff Liston. The small block Chevy powered Sand Bomber dragster. Jeff had a nice pass first round. He went 3 flat. They've been trying to get their tune-up back. They had some clutch issues, and obviously first round today, that 3 flat pass, they have found their tune-up, and Jeff's excited for the rest of the day. We'll see what he can do against Paul. Paul Taylor, your number 2 qualifier. Paul's always tough. He's one of the best dialers in the class as far as getting the car set up to run right on the number. So this should be a really good race. And they start him up. It's going to be Jeff Liston over in the far lane and Paul Taylor over here in the near lane. And the win to the far side. Jeff Liston on a hole shot gets the win. 303 to a 298. So 303 for Jeff Liston. He's going to the semifinals. 303 to a 298 for Paul Taylor. 127 to a 199 reaction time was the difference at the starting line. So 303 for Jeff Liston. He will advance to the next round. He will run the winner of the next pair. It's going to be Vicky Hall in the Farmer's Twisted Daughter Dragster out of Bosque Farms, New Mexico. Up against Ron Diartney in the Red Warrior. Ron with Hemi Power over in his dragster. Vicky with the small block. Will it be an all small block semifinal matchup between Liston and Hall? Or will it be Liston against Ron Diartney? Gets the win on that one over here in the near lane. Ron with the hole shot win, 299 to a 296 So $299 for Ron, $296 for Vicky. Ron is going to get the win and advance on to the next round. So it'll be Ron DeArtney versus Jeff Liston and Craig Brewster against Terry Crawford in the top eliminator semifinals. All right, folks, we're going to go off the live stream for a little bit. We'll be back for the next round of the heads-up categories. We want to thank Good Vibration Motorsports for being on board with us as the presenting sponsor of the NSDN live stream. Be sure to go to goodvibesracing.com. Thanks, guys. We'll be back in a little bit.